Merry Christmas! Welcome back to another episode of Gig and Tell podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is Christmas Day.
Not right now, but it is right now.
Well, yeah. When you see this, it'll be Christmas Day, so thank you very much for tuning in. Today, we thought we'd cover our Spotify Wrapped for the year because we have obviously all had our wraps now. It feels like a good end of year, exciting thing to talk about, kind of reminisce on the year.
So it's a little more music than gigs today, but
Yeah.
we've done them all.
Yeah, we've officially done all of our gigs for the year now. So we have nothing else to talk about concert-wise. So we're on to our music segment, which we also always have plenty to talk about. But yeah, Spotify Wrapped is something we look forward to every single year. It's so nice to have a reflection on what you've been listening to, especially because by the time kind of November, December comes, you kind of forget what you were listening back to in last December and January. Yeah. So it's nice to see the wave of what you've been through the year. So if you're interested, welcome to our Wrapped episode.
So let's go to the first slide. You listened, we counted. So I listened to 35,811 minutes this year. I know I've had years with more, but that was pre-full-time job. So we have music on all day, but it's not on my Spotify. We just have a blended playlist. So that's like mainly in my car and when I'm washing up, to be honest.
Adult life.
Yeah, but that's 24 full days.
I feel like I have to justify the fact that mine is significantly lower. I haven't had a car to play music in, so I've just been playing CDs for the last 2 months. So I've significantly listened to a lot less music. And also, to be honest, over the last year or two, since getting when I get ready on a morning, I don't put music on because Harrison's still in bed. So I just watch a YouTube video quietly instead in the room when I'm getting ready. So I don't really listen to music then either. And yeah, adult life, full-time job, I can't listen to music while I'm working. So yeah.
Because this is the thing I used to. Working at Tesco, I used to just have my hair down and have an earphone in all the time. I could still hear customers out of this ear, but I could have a bit of music on in this ear. Because I can't hear much out of this ear anyway, so it didn't make much difference having a bit of music in it because it's pretty deaf. So, yeah, I miss doing that. But at the same time, we just have a blended playlist. It's just that it's on Charlie's account and not mine.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot more music than it's saying. It's just that it's not on my account.
Yeah, yeah. Mine's significantly lower than Phil's. Mine's lower than Phil's. Yeah, mine's at 24,423. So 11,000 less than you.
Yeah, I listen to 206 genres apparently.
Okay. I listen to 182 genres, so we're not too far off on that one.
No, it's not telling me as many this year. Last year it told me loads of genres, and I know it tells me a few in a bit, but it's not telling me as many as usual.
It blows my mind how many genres there are, because you think of genres, you think of 10, but you've listened to 182.
Yeah. I remember the first year they started showing the specific genres, and it said Alt C. And I thought, what the hell is Alt C? I don't know what that is. And when I looked into it, I was like, oh, yeah, that is the majority of what I listen to. That is probably what sums up my music taste the best. If I had to summarise in a genre, that is the one I would pick.
Okay.
Because it's a Gen Z alternative, basically.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I listen to a lot of alternative bands that are of this generation. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay, so the top genres, my top was pop punk.
My top was pop rock.
And then I had pop rock second.
Indie pop.
My third was musicals. That was definitely Beetlejuice and Dear Evan Hansen peeking in right there.
I love that for you. I can't say that I listen to that many musical soundtracks. I listen to the Six soundtrack, the Waitress soundtrack, and the Heather soundtrack, but they're just saved in my liked songs, so they just come on now and then.
Yeah, no, my Broadway Vibes playlist has been it's been played.
Heavy this year.
Yeah.
My third one was Midwest emo.
That was the Missouri Business Night. Poking its head in there.
Yeah.
I think we have the same fourth because mine's rock.
Mine is also rock for fourth. Rock
and
music.
then I have singer-songwriter.
I have country for my last one. So
Wow.
I feel like that does sum me up, like pop, rock, indie pop, Midwest emo, rock, country. That kind of genre does sum me up quite well.
It's giving ye roar.
You
roar.
But I'm surprised there's no pop in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, there's pop rock, indie pop.
yeah, but no, like,
but not pop.
Which makes sense actually, really, because I do listen to more like band pop than like chart music. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, what have we got next? Age is just a number. This has been the thing that has trended the most. I think this year is the age that people have been given.
People have loved that for sure.
Mine, I wasn't shocked when I read the reasoning because I got listening age 35. We are 25, for context.
Yeah.
Into music from the late 2000s, and I feel like, especially considering the amount of My Chemical Romance I've listened to this year, it kind of made sense. I was like, okay, I'll take it.
I like McFly and stuff you listen to a lot, and like all those kind of bands.
This is the first year in a long time that I've had neither the Vamps or McFly in my Wrapped. And guys, you need to release some new music.
This is the thing, new music 100%, because every single year I have 5 Seconds of Summer and Water Parks as top artists. Like, I would say they're two of my favourite bands of all time. They're always in my top genres. In fact, before I had my own Spotify account, me and Harrison used to share, and he'd get so annoyed at me that, like, because his is like Kings of Leon and stuff, my Water Parks and 5 Seconds of Summer would constantly take over the top spot for his Spotify. But this year, no 5 Stars, no Water Parks, and they're like my two favourite bands of all time, and
no one's releasing new music. It's been a bit of a odd year for new music, so I feel like I've not discovered as much as I usually do as well.
I agree. I feel like a bit like in a rut, to be honest, with new music. Like, I feel like I want to listen to new things and I don't know what to listen to.
I felt in a rut of just, what to listen to at all. Like, I've not known what genre I've really fancied anyway. It's been I need some bangers
Inspiring.
In 2026, because this year's been a bit, there's been some bangers, but it's just not been...
It's not been a peak year for music.
No.
My listening age was 22. I think that mine was brought down by the country because I listened to like country pop, like the trending country, if you will.
The Morning Wallen.
Yeah, like the 2020s country kind of music. So I think that's what's probably brought my age down to 22. Funnily enough, 22 was like my favourite age to be on the planet. So I'll take it.
That was the best. That
year
was
of my
our
life.
peak.
It was, definitely. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Very nice.
I love that it is put 10 years on you and taken 3 years off me.
Oddly, considering I had the longer listening hours, I listened to less songs than you did.
So you were playing the same kind of songs on repeat, whereas I was listening to more songs.
So I listened to 2,320 songs this year.
And I listened to 2,514, so
it's only a couple
more.
hundred off. But yeah, I think, because there's just not been that much new stuff. I have just been listening to the same stuff. I've been on my like 80s rock as well at the moment. Although I don't think that was included in this Wrapped. I think that's since the cut-off of when they started doing it. But my top one of all of them was Pick Your Poison by Nox, which I have spoke about in a previous episode. This
What a banger.
I was so shocked that song did not do as good as I thought it was going to, because that's just a tune.
Yeah.
That was like my summer. My summer. That was my summer. Like,
it was incredible. Like, when that album came out, the whole album is banging, but Pick Your Poison is like up there. Like, it's so good. And I don't think that anyone will be surprised when we say that that was your top song. My top song is You happened by Nox off the same album.
As soon as like Pick Your Poison was released, I was like, this album is gonna bang. Like, it's going to be so good.
That album slaps. The album slaps, and I asked for it for Christmas. Like, so today, when you're watching this, I might be currently opening this album, and I will be very happy if that is the case.
It's such a banging album.
I think that if you watched that Knox and McFly versus Busted episode, then you'll realise how much we are a fan of this artist in particular.
That was the best show of the year for me.
Yeah, me too. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And this album is album of the year for me. Like, but hands down, incredible. Best album release this year.
Yeah, definitely. What have we got then? So my top 5 altogether, the first one was Pick Your Poison. Second was That's So True by Gracie Abrams, which I think was more from the end of last year when it came out.
Okay.
I did listen to a lot of it, but then like DJ kept playing it me as well, and I was like, I've massively over-listened to that song now. Then we have Not Us Anymore by Bradley Simpson, who we spoke about in the last episode. Then we have You Happened from the Knox album, and Favourite Band by Bradley Simpson, which is just...
Bradley Simpson and Knox kind of tie in up there.
Yeah, they're both up there. Like, that's how you know that I've really enjoyed someone.
Yeah.
Because he's beat out Bradley.
Yeah, true, very true. Again, the way you know I've really enjoyed someone is if they've outbeat Water Parks, because Water Parks are like always in my top. However, this year I'm kind of sad about the Bradley one that's poked in.
Ruining the vibe a little
Bradley
bit.
Simpson has also poked his way into mine. He's number 4 with Carpet Burn. My other top 5 are all off. I don't know if you can see how the camera's going to pick up a screen, but it might just be a reflection of lights. But we've got You Happen by Knox as my number 1, Pick Your Poison at number 2, Voicemail at number 3, and then Carpet Burn by Brad at number 4, and then number 5 is Going, Going, Gone by Knox again. So other than that one Brad one, all of my top songs are by Knox off that same album.
Mm-hmm. It's such a good album,
so
honestly. So I'm guessing this must be as in like in full, because it says I've listened to 18 albums this year, which is not a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that means like you've sat and listened in full to 18 albums, which makes sense because I'm more of an odd songs kind of person.
Which is so funny because growing up, I've always been an album listener. We've always had CDs, like my train CD.
You like obsess over the band, like
the band itself. Like I always got CDs for birthdays, Christmases, because I love listening to albums. And we'd play them in the car on the way to school. We'd play them on our stereo in our bedroom.
But it was a different time. It was before everyone had Spotify. Like
streaming is taken over, and now like I listen to Discover Weekly and I hear
music's
songs. TikTok,
more disposable now.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, like a random song will pop up and you'll go, I like that, I'll save it. I listen to 32, so I've doubled yours nearly. Pretty much. 32 albums. My top album. Shock.
Going, Going, Gone by Knox. For both of us.
Yeah.
Such a good album. I can't.
And I will say, usually, even though we're twins, we do have like different music tastes. Not completely different, but I feel like our tops are never that
our tops
similar.
vary. Like I'll listen to the other stuff you listen to, and you'll listen to the stuff I listen to, but we still have our own favourites. Whereas this album was just so good.
It was.
Like, I don't know how to explain.
Unbeatable.
Just pure serotonin in that album.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that I sometimes skipped was Oxygen Thief, because it's just a bit slower, and I would put that on for like the upbeat summer vibe, so that was the only one I would sometimes skip. But still not every time, you know what I mean? It was just
I would skip that one a lot. But yeah, that album as a
Oxygen Thief is fine once it kicks in. It's just a slow start, and I have to tell myself, like, just listen, get past the first minute, and then you'll enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah, I do get that.
But I listened to 1,627 minutes of that album.
I listened to 1,228 minutes of that album.
So we're pretty close.
Yeah. Oh, I love this part.
My top albums are so mixed. This really, like, I feel like there's one for each of my genres here that was at the start.
Yeah, mine is so random.
Yeah. So, Going, Going, Gone, Knox. Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Staying Strong in there.
Yes, queen.
This one I'm honestly shocked about, because it says Heathers the Musical is as third, which is my favourite musical. Love it. but I feel like it's one that I'd kind of taken a bit of a break from because I'd listened to it so much. And I feel like this year I've listened to lots of Beetlejuice, lots of Dear Evan Hansen, and I don't know how Heathers is still making it in there. But it is, anyway. And then Retrovision by Honey Revenge, who I need to see. They are playing a show in Birmingham next year, but it's like a double headliner, and I don't know the other band, so I need to give them a listen. And then I think
if you like them, go.
Because me, Adam, and Becky all love Honey Revenge.
Okay, that's good.
And then My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade, is number 5 because they announced the shows, didn't they, in the UK? So just like driving to work every day with My Chemical Romance on, like waiting for the tickets to go on sale, because they announced it with loads of time before the tickets went on sale. So I was stressed all week and just listening to My Chemical Romance and like manifesting. Like, if I listen to them, I'll get tickets. If I listen to them, I'll get tickets.
I love it.
What have you got?
Oh, me. Okay. So my number 1 obviously is Going on by Knox. And then my number 2 is by a band called Delight, who actually are doing their last. In fact, they might have already played at this point their last show ever. They're breaking up as a band, and I'm absolutely heartbroken about it. Delights are a very, very, very good band that do like 80s synth kind of pop music. Very, 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 very good band. Me and Harrison absolutely love them. We've met them a couple of times. They're very small, but they're very good. They're my second album with If Heaven Looks a Little Like This. My third album is Lo-Fi Chill Vibes with Machine Gun Kelly, because when I'm having like a shower or a bath or I'm chilling in bed, I like to listen to some lo-fi and MGK's. I love MGK. I love MGK's pop punk music, not his rap music. And I saw the cutest video of him earlier playing. I'm going to have to show it you. Singing with a little girl on stage. It was so cute. But yeah, MGK has made it to number 3 on here. American Heart by Benson Boone as my number 4. I absolutely love Benson Boone. I listen to him a lot in the kitchen on the Alexa, like when I'm like playing when I'm playing music and cooking at the same time. But the Alexa's actually attached to Harrison's phone, so Benson Boone has made it into Harrison's top, and he was like, I have no idea, and I was like, it's me on Alexa. So I think he'd have been even higher if it was counted in my statistics.
Yeah, I make Adam Bluetooth to the Alexa.
Yeah.
Because he'll also like just go onto the Alexa for Spotify, and then I'll be like, I've literally just set out to work.
Oh yeah, and then you take it off him. Yeah,
like you've stopped my music, and now I'm driving down dual carriageways.
Oh, that
and
is
I
really
can't
annoying.
like touch my phone, so I have to press CD on my car and go to the CDs. So I've listened to a lot more My Chemical Romance than this is telling you because of the CDs in the car.
Legit, been there. And then number 5 is Never Happy Ever After X, which is As It Is, and it's them re-releasing their Never Happy Ever After album, but they re-recorded it with like artist features and stuff. That's in my 2025 playlist of like new releases, so I've listened to that one a lot as well when I've been listening to 2025. So yeah, a good mix there of pop punk, pop, lo-fi, 80s synth pop, and whatever you class Knox as, like pop punk.
Yeah. I think Knox, I'd say indie pop.
Indie pop.
Yeah. I streamed 585 minutes of podcasts.
It hasn't even gave me a podcast statistic. I can't compare.
I can say now, and it will give me this stat in a minute, but the only one that I've really listened to is 2 Hot Takes. A lot of that's actually been on YouTube though, but I have listened to 2 Hot Takes. I think it's called The Squeeze, that Taylor Lautner and Taylor Lautner do together. They talk to some really interesting people. They get some really interesting stories on there.
That's
cute. I think it's called How Can We Help, that Jake Johnson does, who plays Nick Miller in New Girl.
Yeah.
And there's another one. There's the other New Girl one, Welcome to Our Show, that they've renamed to something else. I can't remember what they changed it to.
Yeah, but you listen to them on YouTube, do you?
Actually, I listened to that one on Spotify. But yeah, I feel like I do. I'm starting to venture more into listening to podcasts.
I listen to podcasts on YouTube. I don't really on Spotify, so I listen
it's
to...
It's more like Company on YouTube, isn't it? Because there's the Pretty Little Liars one as well. That Thingy hosts.
I haven't watched that.
It's the girl who plays Alison, I think, that hosts
okay.
it, and she has all the other girls on, and they all talk about like when they were making it. It's good. I recommend.
Really cute. I listen to Tell Me Sis podcast, which is by a YouTuber / influencer called Alex Centomo. Centomo? Yeah, I think that's how you say her name. And her sister. Tell Me Sis podcast. I used to watch...
what? You know, I watched a lot a couple of years ago as well, was Wizards of Waverly Pod. That was so good.
I love that. I never listened to that. I need to watch the new series, actually.
It's Harper and the dad that do it together. It's really good.
I love that. I listened to Saffron and Anna's podcast, which was something like Tell Me Lies or something like that. I listened to that, but they've stopped doing that now. And then I listened to the JK podcast on YouTube, which is Kathleen Lights, who's a YouTuber, and Jessie Smiles, who's also like a YouTuber influencer. And they do a podcast together, and I love both of them individually, and they've come together now to make a podcast together. So I watch that every week on YouTube as well, but I don't listen to any on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify is more like when I'm washing up, but even so, like I'm more likely to if I set my tablet up and watch it on YouTube. So there is a lot more that I've actually listened to and watched than that. Also, Dan and Phil started a podcast just after we started this one.
Oh, cute.
So that I have been watching that as well. But yeah, like my 2 hot take stats will be much higher than what this is about to tell me, because when I repainted the living room, I had it on the TV on YouTube. So yeah, my top podcast was 2 hot takes, streamed 508 minutes. You would like it. It's reading Reddit stories.
I actually wanted to do a podcast reading Reddit stories with my fiance.
Presented by Disarano.
That is me.
It's you in a podcast.
That is my
You could so easily be Morgan.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's the one when we were toying with the idea of this podcast. She hosts it, and then she has like a rotation of the same few guests that she has on. And then every now and then there'll be someone different. But she's had like Shane Top on there. Yeah, then I got the little video message to be like, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I listened to 915 artists this year.
I've gone back
scroll. 915 versus...
Was it that?
Wow, you've upped me on that one.
1,047 artists.
Who claimed the top spot? Let's see. We got to like watch the race now. We know who claimed the top spot. It was Nox.
Nox.
I spent 2,591 minutes with them.
I skipped it. 1,871, 0.2% global fam.
0.09%.
This girl out here.
Yeah. So I was listener number 4,550.
Wow.
Which I feel like, how many does he have monthly? How many monthly listeners does he have?
I'm double that. I am 8,785. So
he has 994,800 monthly listeners, and I'm in the 4,000.
That's very good going.
Now I've got to get back to my place in the Wrapped.
I'm very happy with my top artists, so I suppose I'll start as soon as you're scrolling. But I've got number 1 artist as Nox, as we all know. No surprise. Number 2 artist being Mouth Culture, which is a band that I've discovered this year at Slam Dunk Festival. I listened to a couple of songs before we went because you recommended them to me.
Because Adam recommended them to me.
And like we were going to see them, so I gave them a listen, and then we saw them live, and I thought, oh my god, they're amazing. And then we've saw them again live since, which we did a podcast episode about, and they're just someone that I have found absolute joy listening to this year. I'm very glad I discovered them. They are literally the epiphany of, like, if I described what my music taste is, it's that band. Like,
epiphany?
Sorry, I didn't have an epiphany. They are the
epitome.
Sorry, I'm blonde.
So blonde. Mine's not natural, yours is.
Yes, I just love them. We'll leave it at that. Number 3 is All Time Low, which I'm actually surprised about this year. I love All Time Low, but I didn't think they'd make it to my top artists.
No, he's 15 still.
I know. Like, what the hell? I've gone back 10 years. But we are seeing them in January, which is very exciting. And I am yet to listen to their new album all the way through. So I think that says something. It's not even like they have released that album and I've listened to like a few songs off it. But it's not even like I've been listening to the new album because I haven't listened to it all the way through. But they've made it to top 3. Delights, which is who I just spoke about being one of my top albums. They're my number 4 top artist. Very, very good. Very, very sad they're breaking up. And number 5 is Sabrina Carpenter. So a little bit of girl pop thrown in there. Like, that's very, that's the anomaly in my top 5 artists because she's kind of just thrown in there.
Mine's a bit of a wild ride. So I had Knox first, and then my second was Bradley Simpson.
Of course.
Third was Sabrina Carpenter. So
Okay.
we both got those ones. We both got Knox and Sabrina in there.
Sorry.
Then I had Hot Milk and Benson Boone.
Okay. Go.
So it's a bit like
Yeah.
indie pop rock
Yeah.
in there.
Indie, pop and rock.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Then we got the message from Knox. All of your listening made you part of something bigger. Which club do you belong to? I loved this concept, by the way.
New edition.
Yeah.
Sorry about my yawning just then.
If anybody couldn't guess, I was in the Grit Collective. Your club believes in... Oh, it's gone. Hang on.
Do I have to swipe?
Yeah, you do. Hang on. Your club believes in rebellion through music. There is no club rule book. You're a focused playlist creator, combining the best of your club into mixes.
That's definitely
Because my role was the curator. I'm definitely the curator.
You definitely are.
I put thought, love, blood, sweat, and tears into my
your
playlists. They are important to me.
If I need a playlist making to hit a certain mood, vibe, genre, whatever it is, I go to Philippa and I'm like, please make me this playlist. I can't tell you how many playlists you've made for me or that you've made and I've gone, this is a banger of a playlist. So I've saved it to my playlist.
Even when we were at school, like we'd all hang out with our friends and they'd be like, put Phil's playlists on.
Yeah,
like
they're elite.
Yeah. Because I never felt like the kind of person that like, I was always like, I listened to completely different music to everyone else. And then we'd get together and they'd be like, put Phil's playlist on. And I'd be like, whoa, I've been chosen. I did like our prom limo playlist. And everything.
Every birthday playlist, every part, you're on it. Like, you're so good. I've never met anyone as good at making playlists. You just hit it right on the spot. I'm also part of the Grit Collective, but I'm a collector, not a curator. Which
you are
means
my mignon.
I often save music to my library, building a large club collection. So I don't really save to playlists as much. I just like them, and then I'll shuffle all my liked songs and go with that. Because I never quite know what I'm in the mood for, and I'm not as good as creating playlists as well.
I do. I feel like I need to sit and make some playlists actually. That's 9% of global listeners in the Grit Collective. So my club favourites are Hot Milk, Honey Revenge, A Day to Remember, Neck Deep, My Chemical Romance, and As It Is.
Very funny because most of mine are different. So we've got the same club, but so I've also got As It Is and I've also got Neck Deep. But my other tops are Water Parks, finally. At least their name's mentioned somewhere.
They're in there somewhere. I literally don't have the Vamps anywhere in mine or McFly, which is like so crazy.
I've got Water Parks, Neck Deep, Yumi at 6, All Time Low, Hot Mulligan, who again is another band I've discovered this year and absolutely love, and As It Is.
Where does that take
That's it,
us
isn't
to
it?
next? No. Well, then it's like the Files, but I don't think we really need to go into the Files. They were a bit like, they were fun to read, but...
I think that's it. That kind of wraps it up, if you will.
There was one drama when I actually went into the file, because I was shocked when I'd got to that point where it gives you like your little summary page, that one song in particular hadn't been mentioned, because there was one day when we went to Manchester to see the DJ set that the Vamps did. Every time I looked at my phone, it was saying I was still playing this song, and I
remember
was
you
like,
saying that.
I was like, I haven't listened to this song since I was probably 17 when we discovered Say We Can Fly, who supported Bry. And
very teenage emo.
Yeah, and this song in particular that kept saying I was listening to isn't even one I particularly like. So I don't know how it started playing in the first place. I must have been on like a full shuffle or something. But it kept saying I was listening to it, even though Spotify was closed. Spotify wasn't even open. It wasn't playing on any other device. Like, I was trying to pause it, and it just wasn't saying pause.
I remember you saying it in the car.
So, like, when I went onto AirBuds, it said I'd played it, like, 68 times in one day. And I hadn't. I literally had not listened to it. So I was really shocked when I got through the Spotify. That tells you how much I've listened to the other songs that were up there.
Yeah.
Because they've beat out that one that literally played for a solid day.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd got away with it not being mentioned until I went into the files bit at the end, and it had like your most repetitive day or something. And it was that day that it was just playing that song on repeat because I listened to the song so many times in one day, and I was just like, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be in there. It's going to be in the algorithm. DJ keeps playing it to me, and I'm like, I don't even like this song anymore. Like, it was never my favourite in the first place, but now I really don't like it. Now I'm mad at it.
Now
actually.
I hate it.
So,
Bless you.
yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this year's Wrapped. Like,
I'm just so shocked I don't have water parks.
I think because there's not been much new music this year, I didn't really know what I was going to get, and then what I have had has been relatively new music.
Yeah.
Like, it's been the new Nox album. I have listened to Sabrina's new album a bit, but I don't think any of them really made it in there yet. I think it's growing on me now, more so than before. And Brad being in there as well is like, you know, it's still kind of new music.
Yeah.
Benson Boone, new album. Like, the ones that were up there were new music, or at least new to me, even if they weren't new releases. Like, I don't know. It's been such a strange year, I didn't know what to expect at all from my rap because there hadn't been anything new. I'd been like, oh my God, replay.
Other than Nox.
Other than Nox, yeah. So I didn't really know what to expect at all. And I feel like even, like, day to day I've varied, so I'd have a day where I was like listening to Nox all day, and then I'd be like, no, I'm gonna listen to something completely different next day. So it wasn't even like I'd had like a full phase of listening to the same thing all the time. And normally I have quite a good idea because I have a playlist called I Just Discovered This Song, so now I'm going to binge listen to it until I get bored of it, which is chaotic because it's exactly that. So just every song I discover goes in there until I get sick of it. So I normally am like, okay, if it's been in that playlist all year, then it's going to be on my Wrapped. But I've hardly listened to that playlist this year.
Well.
So I don't really... Maybe there has been more new music than I realise, and it's just that it's been put in that playlist and then not been listened to.
What I'm surprised about actually is the Driver era haven't made it. That a few of their songs have made it to like my playlist for Wrapped, like your top 100 or whatever. But they're a name that I thought would be mentioned. And obviously Water Parks I'd have always thought would have been mentioned. But I actually, because every year we do our Wrap together as like a friendship group, and I picked my friend up to come over and do it. And I'd said to her, like, we were like making our predictions in the car on the way over, and I said to her, like, all I know is like Nox is going to be the top for me. I said like 100%, like I know that for a fact. And I was not wrong.
Yeah. I have one that I think if you listen to me could be in your Wrap next year.
Ooh.
I played you a song of theirs in the car not that long ago. They're kind of 1975-esque.
Okay.
But I've listened to some of their other stuff and it's all like quite vibey. The band is called Cherry Pools. I think if you went on a little deep dive and listened to some others, they'll be in your Wrap next year.
Someone that I would like to give an honourable mention to that I'm also surprised, and again made my playlist but didn't make like any of my mentions, was an artist called Elliot James Ray, who I have listened to on repeat this year, but he only has the same sort of 10 songs released. He doesn't have many, like...
It's very new.
He doesn't have... Yeah, he's got a small discography. But I have listened to him a lot too, but I feel like he's probably filtered through because he's got so little songs. Like, if he had a larger discography, I feel like he'd be up there, but I haven't, like, listened and listened and listened and listened and listened, so Yeah, but I'd like to give an honourable mention to him because I've been really loving him this year as well.
So to make this somewhat Christmassy, because we didn't get around to the Christmassy side that we wanted to.
Yeah, we haven't really spoken about anything Christmassy at all.
So really quick before we finish, if there was going to be a Christmas song in your Spotify Wrapped, what do you think it would be?
Oh, that's a good one. Can I choose 3?
I think I'll struggle to narrow down from 5. So yeah, your top. If you had to do a Christmas Wrapped, what's your? You can do top 5 then. If you had to do a Christmas Wrapped, what would your top 5 songs be?
Okay, so one of my favourites that I cannot wait to come on every single year is Hoping for Snow by the Vamps. Oh my gosh. It isn't Christmas unless I'm listening to that song.
That is when it is Christmas.
Christmas. Putting the tree up, like, rapping top tier.
I put the other day their video on YouTube of when they did the cover of I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. Give it another watch. I don't remember it at all.
Okay.
Like, honestly,
I'll have to watch the video. Okay. Definitely that one. Officially Christmas by Dan and Shay. I absolutely love their Christmas album. I'm struggling to like choose one, but I think that one. There's also one. Pick Out a Christmas Tree. Pick Out a Christmas Tree by Dan and Shay. That one is amazing too. Merry Christmas, Kiss My Ass by All Time Low. Absolutely love that song. And then, quite honestly, I don't know whether to go for like a classic Christmas or another pop Christmas because I know they're all like modern Christmas. But maybe then Step Into Christmas.
Step Into Christmas is up there for sure. That was going to be one of mine.
But I do also need to give an honourable mention to Nonsense Christmas because I love that song.
Yeah, I've got honourable mentions all over the place for Christmas songs, to be honest, because we're talking Christmas classics, Step Into Christmas, up there. Then less joyful, but honestly one of my favourites. Is it just called Lonely or Lonely This Christmas? Lonely This Christmas by Mud.
This Christmas. I love that one.
If you want to go more modern ones, Might Ruin Christmas, New Rules.
Love it. I love it.
I really love as well Snowman by Sia, which I feel like is an odd one for me, but yeah. It's so hard to choose them because like there's also Broke Christmas, Lauren Spencer Smith.
Yeah.
It's Not Christmas Without You from Victorious.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to choose? And then there's one
from
time...
Austin and Ally as well that I really like.
Oh, I don't have the Austin and Ally one.
The one that goes...
I don't know.
Everybody singing I Love Christmas.
I do not know that.
No!
I don't know that.
I love that one.
Obviously, you said Hoping for Snow.
Yeah.
One I always loved, but I don't know if I'd say, like, oh, it's my favourite Christmas song, is Christmas on the Road, Sleeping with Sirens.
Oh, I love that one. It's so sweet.
Yeah, this is what I mean. And then, like, Wonderful Christmas Time is another classic.
Yeah.
It's so hard. And, yeah, Nonsense Christmas, I love.
Yeah.
The one time there was actually a Christmas song in my Spotify Wrapped.
Oh.
Was Seat at the Table by the Vamps because they released it and then they toured right at the end of the year. So because they were playing it on the tour, I was listening to it constantly to be like, I need to learn it, I need to learn it, I need to learn it. And yeah, that made it very much into my Spotify Wrapped for the following year because of the like cut off time.
You know what, I will say I'm not that dedicated. If someone releases a new song, unless I absolutely love it and want to play it on repeat, I won't repeat it just to learn it. Like, I just can't be fucked.
I did also love it though. It made me want to sob, that song did. So don't make me choose, to be honest. Those are my faves.
That's a good Christmas Wrapped, I'd say.
There was a lot more than 5, but...
There's so many to choose from, honestly. I love my Christmas playlist.
And I feel like people are actually starting to really release them as well. One on here that I want to listen to because his voice hits so hard, but I just don't like the song, is McFly's cover of Walking in the Air. Danny's voice in that song is like impeccable.
Next level.
And I want to listen to it for his voice, but I just never really vibed with that song.
To be honest, if I like a Christmas song, I like it to be like, ah, and that one's really like,
Yeah, but then I love Lonely This Christmas and Christmas on the Road, so where's the line? I just think it doesn't have the jingle. The other ones are slow, but they still have the jingle, the little Christmas jingle, whereas this one doesn't, and I'm like, it's not really, I don't know.
Christmas.
It was always a very droney song, and I definitely prefer McFly's version to the original.
Yeah.
But it's still just not my favourite song in the world. I don't think there's anyone that could make me love that song.
Yeah. But he did a good cover.
But his vocals are impeccable, but if I want to listen to those vocals, I'll listen to Honey, I'm Home.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what 2026 has to bring for our Wrapped.
I'm hopeful for good new music in 2026. I feel like good things are coming.
Nice.
Especially if we get Susie.
Yes. New
Please,
Brad. New
Susie.
Waterparks, I think, are releasing another album next year.
They've started a couple of singles, haven't they? So.
Yeah. Five Sauce are going to release. No, that
Screw
have just.
Five Sauce. I want more Michael Clifford.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Michael Clifford's
I'm surprised
solo
actually
album
that
was so good.
album didn't make it for me because I've really, really listened to that album.
I'm not shocked it didn't make it for me because I only listened to it a couple of times. I was like, that was really good, and haven't really listened to it since. But it's a good album. Like,
I think
will
that
listen to it more.
Give Me a Break just about didn't make it into my playlist. So after all of the Knox album, then comes Give Me a Break. So it was nearly in there really, but minus the Knox album. Aww.
What a year.
Yeah.
And next week's episode, obviously, because today is Christmas Day, next week will be New Year's Day. So I think we're just gonna do like a little recap, aren't we? A little like what we've seen this year, what we've got coming.
A little bit more of like a chatty casual one again, like this was.
And then we'll get back to some gig stuff.
Yeah, because we haven't got any gigs planned. Well, we haven't got any gigs coming up within the next sort of month, so it'll be a nice little catch up. I'm excited for 2026, and then we'll have a proper like rapport behind us. Rapport is probably the wrong word. Like portfolio behind us of the podcast, and I'm very excited. I feel good vibes about 2026. So yeah, looking forward to it. I think that just about covers everything for this episode.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
So Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas. I hope you've had an absolutely lovely day and that you've had a very, very good year.
And here's to more music in 2026.
Here is to more music, more concerts, more fun, more festivals, more.
More.
Thank you very much for watching another episode, and we will see you next week in 2026 with another one. Thank you very much for watching anyway, and we will see you next year.
Bye.